Okay, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the one that Israelites, which include your Judah's children, Israel called Negroes, Latinos, and Indians who were together according to the book of Jeremiah 58:22. But to whom Saleh pertaining to adoption, the giving of the law, the promises, the glory, and the covenants according to the book of Romans chapter 9. Opposed to foreign teachings, which according to the book of Revelation 14:4 represent defilement by foreign women, okay, namely the blessing according to Genesis 27:41 as said is given to us. Genesis 32 and 28, you can read there about the changing of the name, okay, from Jacob, his name was basically changed to Israel. Okay, so we know that the two descendants, okay, blood descendants of Jacob are here in this world, and they are scattered to the four winds of the earth as a people first. Okay, so basically, what you see here, alright, I don't know if it's 100% true, because you better believe that the implementation of the Port 1, which is the vaccinations, but Port 2, the RFID microchip, can be implemented again, okay, really sudden, okay, all of a sudden, alright, it's lucky for my English, okay, but all of a sudden, they can implement this stuff, okay. You have this thing called Operation Warp Speed, which started already with Donald Trump, DJ Trump, okay, for what we prophesied of, and it came actually true, okay, that this guy is also not, ticking basically otherwise Obama, who was an Hamite, okay, or Joe Biden, which is just another twang Edomite of the end time, of Esau's last, okay, of Esau's last uproar, so to speak, or basically plan against Yahweh, because it's really against Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, okay, not against us really, okay. But what you got here is today I believe the 31st, Salah Khan. It's the 31st of January. So basically, you would consider this plan as an, very accurate plan of the wannabe elites, okay, because the elites are really the 144,000, if you can receive that, the rulership basically. But okay, this is basically what a brother sent to me, okay, and he said for himself that he doesn't know if this is actually, all according to what it looks, because, basically Esau has his movies and plans, so to speak, out for 2022, 2024, and this is just caveman, caveman thinking basically, okay, because he's just a caveman, I said like that, okay. His woman also, okay, but actually we live with these people, okay, so we have to make the best out of it, to basically try to understand what they are writing here, and try to understand if it is possible when you go into the scriptures. And if you go into the scriptures, it is actually possible that even when the Lord can come back this year, it is possible that this is actually the 99.9% accurate plan of what they want to do in this year. Okay, because again, as the apostles and elders said, it can also be with a 99.9% that the Port 1 of the microchip, which is the vaccinations, are already the mark of the beast, in a way of Esau can go like, fuck, Salatia from English, it just came out, the chip, man, okay, because, we can already, pretty much, bring another disease in, and things like that, and you can't buy or sell without that, okay? Of course they can do, okay? Not because it's in their power to change anything about prophecy, but it's in their power to basically deceive what the people, the two birds and the other heathens, so not us anyway, okay? And through the fact that we are not deceived, we can receive, okay, basically the message from on high, okay, that of course, yeah, Yahweh can bring Esau to the kind of dog that, oh, okay, now, the microchip is already out there. It's already basically on this earth. Okay, many people received it already, but now we go with that vaccination. Okay, you have Issachar being pretty much, mostly caught up already. All right. But okay, you have that article from Issachar, okay, and he basically um, wrote about the Maxine is the chip already, okay, and basically it can be the case, okay, and again, as the elders and apostles say, okay, of course we understand that the microchip, okay, if you wanna hear it with that name microchip, okay, of course, it is the already microchip, but that doesn't change the fact that Yahweh can use Esau to bring in, okay, that temptation with the jab already, okay, for you scoffers out there, okay? And why is that also? Because we have many brothers bringing out visions and dreams also, okay, about the jab, and that they already can set you up in prison for not taking the jab and this and so on. Okay, so be not surprised if this will end very soon, and Yahweh Shai will come back very soon with of course his chariot. Okay, so be not surprised again. Okay, where we at, right? We at February 21st. Okay, which means 2021, the year which we're in, which is called by the Elder Apostle Tahor year of hastening the coming of Yahweh Shai, okay, which is the Son of the Most High. And we can reach here reform of on all benefits, okay. And you had also heathens, okay, heathen women, for example, okay, isn't that coming out about certain, maybe, people who come out of that are also sometimes jakes, okay. Don't go by appearance, okay. I guess you know that. But she said, the second lockdown is really, and because we are not in a third lockdown, okay, this is really the second lockdown. If you look at things clearly, you can see that it is all global, okay. If you wanna be like, I live in my country and I don't consider, other countries where, where the Israelites were, of course, scattered to, okay, you would think like, oh, okay, this is the third lockdown, but if you go global, man, you already know, okay, it starts with America. You have team in Germany also, but it really is, going on in America, and you would consider this as the second lockdown. If you think this is the third lockdown, okay, I have to say that she is actually correct on that. This is the second lockdown, okay? Tawada, because, you know, uh, it's just a second lockdown, man. All right. Okay, and she told, uh, brothers, showed us this from Babylon the Great, the source of wickedness, basically. Okay, Bollywood and all that stuff. Okay, in the house of witchcraft, aka damnation. Okay, and destruction. They showed us, okay, this you know, this how you say whistleblowers. Okay, you have also this whistleblower who can be an Israelite, but according to his knowledge, he's an heathen. Okay, Dabo 7. Okay, but another whistleblower, which was a woman, she came out with the fact about the second lockdown is really permanent. Okay, and you better believe that. Okay, so that's basically a fact. Or um, can't, you know, reform on all benefits, and then you got March 2021 new infections, COVID-21, different strain, much more deadly than COVID-19. Okay, and they already talked about a second disease, so you have to be careful if you just or if you go too much on ESOS, you know, even if they at some point don't even know that whistleblowers and information um, platforms, you know, have more information that they actually want to get, you know, at some point wanted to that, you know, that it will be out that much, but it happened, and this can be something out of that. Okay, also of course, you know, when you have the whistleblowers again, okay, and people who are actually normal, you know, check out the last video from GMS Tanzania 144, for example. Okay, he talked about that guy from Babylon, okay, who actually is so-called normal. Okay, and guess what? Okay, just check it out. Okay, Kelly X-Ray, you know, and we will go into, you know, not 10, but you know, something about it. Okay, number of articles here. Okay, and let's, you know, get into it real quick. Okay, because this is really already kind of like ridiculous. Okay, Kelly X-Ray Tech excited, excited Salakia to get shot dies after receiving second dose of Blitzer. Okay, I don't even know if the algorithm is basically, you know, the famine of the word is already here, which is the basically, you know, the leading of the channels of the you know, of the real Hebrew Israelites. Okay, with the with the true gospel and the one and only gospel according to the God of the universe. Okay, but this is the famine of the word, and it has to come too, just like Esau and his ridiculous caveman witchcraft people. Okay, will basically continue in their wickedness. Okay, it tells you clearly that even when these things are going on, you know, and you have to be a caveman really to believe that this is somehow going on here. Okay, this wickedness of this world. It clearly tells you that this will continue until, okay, the destruction will draw nigh, and then it will be actually there. Okay, but you know, just you know, check out these articles because it's really getting interesting, man. Okay, Kali X-Ray Tech excited to get shot dies after receiving second dose of Blitzer COVID-19 vaccination. Okay, because otherwise they would delete this fucking video. Okay, because they don't want to have information about, you know, and they have actually laws even pretending the companies that produce the vaccinations. Okay, so I don't know, man. Okay, so you have even two dirts avoid not receiving the offer the microchip starting with part one the vaccinations. Okay, so don't think just because you don't take the vaccination you are actually one dirt Israelite. You know, having the truth, and you know it's all good because you don't take the, you know, part one, part two, mark of the beast, basically. You know, okay. You know, don't think that this is, you know, all, even when it's called the hour of temptation, basically the main, main deception of this world time, which is the world time of the heathen, especially Esau, but ending very cruelly, and the start of the new world to come on this earth, okay, but it will continue, of course, in the white space, so to speak. Blessing of Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel. Okay. The UK government admits that COVID vaccinations are pointless and offer zero protection. Let's go, real fast, okay, into this next, Esau articles. North 8 dies after receiving work-mandated coronavirus vaccination shot. Okay, and again, this is ridiculous, okay, because you have actually really people thinking still about do I really want to take this or not, okay? You have actually really people, or cavemen, better said, thinking about it, okay? But, you know, Plexin Rush, over 1,000 people in Seattle vaccinated in the middle of the night after freezer filled with coronavirus vaccination doses malfunctioned, okay? And, okay, this was really all of a sudden, like you have it always with wickedness. It happens all of a sudden, and guess what? The answer, which is Yahweh, okay, basically on the other side of the not game, okay, but on the other side of the game, if you wanna call it like that, you know, let me get that English word, okay, for here in Germany we call it Schach, okay, okay, chess con. So basically, you would say like, okay, it's a kind of, a chess game, and Yahweh is, you can't say he's an enemy, or better said, basically the master of the game, because he's basically not playing at all, okay? He's not playing, okay? And you can see that already, okay? Because that's, the devil know it that he had but a short time, and this is basically Yahweh, okay, bringing the heathens, but especially Esau, okay, against you two dirts, because the judgment will begin with you. Guess what? Israelites, okay? So don't think, okay, that that the heathens or Esau can change how they are, or basically act all of a sudden righteous or something, okay? You're an Israelite, and you have to remember, okay, that you are the chosen people of Yahweh, and the heathens will do everything to basically destroy you as a people, okay? But basically the one dirt, okay, which are the elect 144,000, okay, the remnant, okay, um, you know, we will continue to bring out the truth, basically, okay, until it's no longer possible, because all of a sudden also this internet can be shut down, okay, and Esau is basically almost now, okay, let's get it real quick before we go into these other articles, okay, real quick, okay, real quick, okay. Because if you don't believe it, okay, again, okay, consider these things, man, okay, consider that they don't even hide it anymore, okay. Where is it? Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So keep in mind, alright, that Yahweh, okay, is basically, he has it already laid out in his movie, okay, but Esau is actually I'm thinking right now, basically, um, you know, you know, the one dirt, haven't changed their mind yet. Okay, you have still the same prophets talking the same broken record, so to speak. Still to stay, not being deceived, not believing in some way kind of different doctrine or some other different stuff. We're still preaching the same thing. We're still on that same, way of being crowned, basically. On the same way of, you know, talking about the wicked, talking about, um, the kingdom to come, which is the kingdom of the God of the universe, isn't that? Okay, so we don't change, okay, and as it goes for Yahweh, he doesn't change also, okay. So Esau is basically seeing that, okay. Esau, okay, is in the fullness of his, guess what, sufficiency, okay. And guess what? Let's go into that word real quick, okay. Real quick, okay. In the fullness of his sufficiency, okay. So don't think, just because the mark of the beast part 2 isn't implemented yet, that okay, that he is not in his fullness of his sufficiency, okay. you know don't think that, okay, because he actually thinks, okay, that Operation Warp Speed and this all kind of madness, okay, be full, okay, Mala, okay, sufficiency, hand clapping, mocking. Is he not in his mockery? Okay, Zapak, okay, in his mockery scorn, okay, even now more, man, okay, check out the Borders videos, man, okay, check out, there's one sister's channel even, Maya Ephraim, I believe. Okay, and she talked about, she has that one video. Check out her channel. Not saying that she can teach her something, but her last video was really, really, really kind of different. Okay, just saying like that. And she talked about something weird is going on. Okay, and if you don't can if you can't get that at this point, that actually there is something really weird going on right now, okay, because it is the fullness of his sufficiency, okay. He really thinks that he has some kind of chance, okay. He really thinks that, okay, you know um just watch it, okay, and think about it, okay, because she's actually right. There is something real weird is going on, man. Okay, and this is just the wicked, and this is just um, basically the last caveman uproar. Basically the last scoffing before Yahweh. Okay, as he did it with his first judgment, which is waters. Now it will come with fire. Okay, and if you think about it, really, okay, there's no other way to clean this earth right now than through fire, because there's so much, guess what, witchcraft going on, that there has to come fire. Okay, think of the law. Okay, he said you can not let a witch, okay, live. Okay, and um there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, so they had some kind of witchcraft like it goes on today also when Noah built the ark. But okay, today we got only witchcraft and nothing else, and other kind of wickedness, which you know came not, okay, in this way like it is today, because we are also in the last generation, and they have basically, okay, they have, you have the two girls which crucified Yahushua here today, okay, which crucified Yahushua here today. You didn't have that, okay, before 2000 years, okay. So consider all these things, man, and now we go into the last articles and you will see. okay, because this is really all witchcraft going on right now, and this is the thing which he called weird, okay. You know, you know, basically that's the point, man. There's really something weird going on, okay. So let's continue, okay. Plexination rush. Over 1,000 people in Seattle plexinated in the middle of the night after freezer filled with coronavirus doses malfunctioned. Okay, so it will. Scripture is talking about the day of salvation is basically nearer than we believe. Okay, um, and the devil is always kind of stupid caveman. Okay, that's the best word to say it like that. Caveman and cheap quality of what Yahweh is doing in a perfect way. Okay, and the devil is, basically try to do that also in some, in the caveman way, basically. Okay, so he tries to deceive the people by doing that also, but not in the same way, but in a caveman way. Okay, um, so that is basically the point. All right. Okay, so basically, if Yahweh can bring all hell, okay, all destruction, all end basically to this wannabe pleasure kingdom, you have to consider that Esau, especially Esau, but all the heathens really, okay, because there's really also an article about Japan, okay, and we will go into that. He is basically trying to do that also in bringing like kind of fast operations, bringing kind of fast fast you know deception basically. Okay, you see, and now we have to wear this mask. Okay, now you can't go there without this mask. Okay, all this nonsense basically. Okay. He basically tries to act like he's some kind of compared to Yahweh. Okay, he really thinks and acting like that. Okay, so don't think that he is just going 2021, 2022, and we have nothing to do, and I don't care if the prophets are still teaching the same thing, still not being deceived, still, being exactly the same guy and even sisters, okay, as they were 5 years back, okay, but, they don't care, they're just doing the same. Nah, man, okay, wake up, man, okay, wake up. They getting faster now to basically, deceive more people, okay, and if it were possible, even you, okay, but it is not possible, and guess what, even if we would be here 5 years, what I don't believe at all, okay, the elect would still be, guess what, the elect would still be teaching the same thing, the elect would still not be deceived, the elect would still talking the same thing all day, okay, and you would still be that caveman Edomite right with your nation and your woman and your kids also, okay? Thanks. So let's go on here, okay? Kelly X-Ray Tech excited to get shot, dies after receiving second dose of Blitzer COVID-19 vaccination. Okay, again ridiculous. Okay, because we talked really about too much death and um, you know basically diseases that come with taking the depopulation blood shots. Okay, too much, And here we go with the table of nations. Okay, and you have the so-called Chinese, of course. It's start with that, the Mawaba Moab, okay, but you have also the Japanese, which are Ama-1, which is Amon, okay. And if you know my channel, you maybe know certain videos of talking about that many of these Japanese people are actually Hebrew Israelites, okay. But don't be confused, okay. The most Israelites were scattered in so-called America, which is possibly also the reason why the truth came out of America, so-called America, by Esau, who is also, of course, mentioned in the Table of Nations, who are 18 nations. But you have many Israelites scattered also in Japan, okay, requiring domestic clinical trials before giving coronavirus vaccines the green light, okay. So don't think, just because they want to test it on their own, that they are not Ammonites in league with Esau, okay, two heathens, basically, okay, on the forefront, by basically saying at some point, you know what, okay, let's put somewhere in the mainstream media that we actually did the clinical trials, okay, and we actually know now that this is against coronavirus, okay. Okay, and of course, again, you will have the real Hebrew Israelites coming out of these different tongues, people, and nations, and appearance to the truth of the Bible, which dwells and is, spreading really from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone all the way down to the so-called Mexicans, okay, which are the tribe of Issachar, okay. Because we have really 12 tribes, as I said in the beginning. Nobody besides these people, according to genealogy, is, basically meant when it talks about promises, giving of the law, okay, adoption of the law, okay, all these things, man. Okay, so basically, no heathens in the Bible, as I like to say, basically, okay. It's a short, quick sentence, and it contains all what is needed. Okay. So again, Japan requiring domestic clinical trials before giving coronavirus vaccines the green light. Okay, so this is really ridiculous. Everything. Okay, and again, if there are some Israelites in Japan, and I always say some because the truth is already out and it started with America, so-called. And we know that the most people who will get delivered to the so-called UFOs and spiritual power, of course, also, or by even being put to death, okay, that can be also salvation, okay, are actually in America, okay. So basically, you can't, okay, be deceived in this last time, okay. Okay, and this is what I showed you in some videos of mine. Okay, you have here the tabernacle, and if you check out these feasts, what they have in the Ammonite land over there, which is called Japan, and especially Esau, about heathen tongue. Okay, they actually celebrate something, and they have this tabernacle in the same formation as they do it as Yahweh. Okay, basically said to the Levites to do it so. Okay, because the Levites were skilled in doing so. Okay, to say it like that. You had skin, being actually put over the house and things like that. Okay, so very you would say today, like, strange things, okay? But Yahweh, his mind is as wider than your mind, as the heavens are higher than the earth, okay? So basically, you don't know anything, you're a caveman, and you're are hidden. Okay, thanks. Okay, and you will get destroyed, and you will have no remembrance of you. Okay, when the real world, okay, which is high above you, will basically begin here very soon. Okay, and you will be left alone, as I told you. Okay, and you will have no, uh, you know, clue what you did basically, even when it comes to the point where you were actually in your um, let's get it real quick. Okay, in your consciousness. Okay, even in the next world. Okay, okay, you will still have that kind of mind. I also had a dream last night, which was very interesting, and I will talk about it if I feel, kind of like feel about speaking on it. Okay, because I can't remember everything, and maybe it will come into mind. You know, the more I think about it, and I really don't think about it because it was not that important. Okay, but most of the people who you see actually right up, wide on this world are actually in that consciousness, which will still be there in the next world to come, starting on this world, um, of being basically, um, you know, how you gonna say, man? Okay, deceiving themselves. Okay, that's the best way to put it because Esau is actually the you would say the authority on this world by deceiving and basically deceiving. Okay, and you would say like they deceive themselves. Okay, so okay. So with that, okay, all praises to Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Okay, Kalalani Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai. Okay. Um, okay, things are changing right now, man. Okay, and I don't want to do this too long, but you can see it. Okay, and again, the elect will be the same. Okay, and the elect won't change as far as it goes for Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Okay, and this nightmare is soon over. Okay, and the people who want to continue in this nightmare, um, they will get deceived even more. Okay, just as the wickedness will grow bigger and bigger until the point where really the elect have to be taken out, have to be what is called the so-called second Exodus. Okay, even in the Israelite tongue, we call it the second Exodus also. Um, okay, because it's just too destructive also. Okay, too destructive also. Okay, so don't think it's just Esau with his deception. Okay, this is thinking already, man. Okay, it's things out of the cave, alright, because they really go back to these caves. Okay, as being the slave sport, it goes all the way into galactic slave trade. But okay, don't think that this is all Esau deception. Consider that there's also something going on. Okay, what is called destruction coming right and straight from Yahweh Hashem Shaiman. Okay, and it's not just World War II. Okay, even when that is basically the turning point of what you call reality. Okay, but there will be various different kind of flags, man. Oh shit, man. Okay, so that's again for my French. Okay, um, you know, okay. This is where we at right now. Okay, so don't be deceived. Okay, it's not just the deception of Esau. The elect are anyway not deceived, man. Okay, so please tell me, how can it be only the deception of Esau when the elect are not deceived? How can the righteous be hardly being saved if it's only deception coming to the heathens, especially Esau? Okay, don't think that the other heathens are somehow innocent or something. Okay, please tell me this. You don't know, man. Okay, these people don't know what's coming beside deception to them, and how lost they are really if they are already deceived and if the deception already took them. Ooh, man, okay. The destruction is not even here, man. Nah, man, okay. So with that, all praises to Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, okay. Double orders really to the elders and apostles of the Millstone in Shalom, okay, to do one with Israelites. All praises to Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, okay, because this is really all marked now, man. Okay, you can see things for what they are, man. Okay, you see this, you see this, all of a sudden, different things. It's marked, man. You know what it is. Sure.